Hey kids, I hope you're doing well. I absolutely love your support, and I'm so grateful for all the kind words that you've shared with me. I get overwhelmed and humbled by this opportunity that I have to be along for the ride with you guys. Um, I've done a lot of interviews. In case you haven't noticed, my face is everywhere, and so uh, yeah, I don't want people to get tired of me. I'm trying to uh, be respectful and share my story and trying to help as many people as I can. And so that kind of comes with the territory. Um, I just want to, I want to make sure you all understand that, I'm a dad that's just tried to do my best. I'm not perfect by any means. So I think I want you to aim higher than me. So don't make me the standard, because I'll disappoint you. I don't want anybody to, and I told this to my kids growing up, you never want to idolize anybody, because people will let you down. I don't plan on letting you down. I just want to make sure you understand where, kind of where your trust is. I don't mind you trying to imitate some of the things I've done, but aim higher, aim higher than me. I'm not the standard. So, and along those lines, my daughter and my son are great adults. They are wonderful. They're my best friends, along with my wife. But they're not perfect either. So I want to make sure that everybody understands, this. The standard isn't perfection. The standard is being a good human and admitting when you're wrong. And, yeah, so I don't want them to feel like they have to live up to this standard that isn't realistic, right? Please, yeah, I just want to make sure everybody understands, and I want to make sure my family stays intact. That's very important to me. Anyway, because there's one thing I just want to say. So some people have actually reached out to my daughter and said, "Hey, I hope you appreciate your dad." She appreciates me. She does. We're very close. Love my daughter. Love my son. Love my wife. We're all very close. So yeah. Anyway, I felt like that needed to be said. I've done a lot of interviews and stuff gets cut out. So I want to make sure that I communicate that to you, kind of my heart with that. Please, please understand. And I appreciate the kind words and people. I just want to make sure you understand that I don't think higher of myself than I ought. And so you please don't do that with me either. Aim higher. Let's not set the standard here. Set the standard even higher and do the best that you can. Be the best person that you can. One other thing too, I want to make sure to cover. I've been offered to sell lots of things. But I've refused them because I'm not an infomercial. I didn't do this to make money, and I'm not gonna sell anything to you that I wouldn't recommend to my kids. So like the DeWalt drill, I'm not getting anything for recommending it. I just did it because it's a product that I like and it's worked well for me. If it's worked well for me, I'm happy to recommend it to somebody else. Yeah. So just so you understand where I'm coming from, because I've had offers for other things and I'm like, even if you gave me all the money in the world, I'm not going to do it because my name is worth something. And I hope that's a good example for you. I started this channel because of the quarantine, and I had some extra time on my hands. The quarantine's been brutal for all of us. And I, and the channel may not even have ever happened had it not been for the quarantine, because it just kind of forced my hand. I finally had some time on my hands. My daughter was like, "Dad, you need to do that," and I was like, "Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it." And I did it with the Thai video because there wasn't a big, it wasn't that much of a commitment. I thought, okay, I'll just try it, and this has gone way beyond anything I ever imagined, as you've probably heard in my 6 million interviews, but it is true in all sincerity. So, but now I have to, work has been amazing and accommodating me and allowing me to to have some free time, but work is starting to pick up now because we're starting to come out of the quarantine. And I owe it to them to give my all to work. And so I'm torn because I want to continue this channel, and I'm going to. I'm not getting at that. I'm still going to continue, but I'm going to have to scale back because I need, I built my career over 30 years and I have customers that rely on me, and I need to do the best job that I can for them because, hopefully that's a good example for you that, when you say you're going to do something, you need to do it, right? Your word means something. And so I owe it to my company to continue to do a good job for them. And I owe it to my customers because I promised them I would do a good job for them. So I'm going to scale back on the amount of videos that I'm able to do. I'm planning on, so I'm going to set the expectations fairly low. I'm going to probably do a video every other week. And I still plan on reading the book once a month. So it's probably going to be 3 contact points per month. And if I'm able to get an extra video in there, I might try, but I just have to scale back because I'm not pleasing anybody. I'm not pleasing my family. I'm not pleasing myself. I'm not pleasing my work. I'm not, anyway, it's been tough. It's a tough decision. And so I just wanted to get out there and ask for your grace with that and your understanding because I think it's a good example to you that, I'm not going to just get rid of my 30-year career because this thing looks like, I can go, I'm just going to switch gears and go after this thing. Well, I don't think that's responsible. I want to make sure I set a good example for you, my kids, that you don't just go run after things. If something might come up, it looks good, and then a month later it's gone, so we'll see how this thing goes, but I think I need to get back to my regular job, and I'll still continue to do this as a resource for you guys, and hopefully you continue to support each other as a community. You just might not see as many uploads from me. Okay, so I appreciate you understanding with that. Anyway, there's one thing I wanted to read to you. It's a poem by Rudyard Kipling. It was published in 1910. It's actually written from a man to his son, but it applies to both. Okay, and I think it's got some powerful words, and so I just want to read it to you. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they're gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Powerful words. So anyway, thank you for listening. I love you. God bless you. Thank you so much for your support. I can't say enough about you guys. And I've said that in my interviews. Doesn't always get included, but wanted to make sure you understand how much I appreciate you, and thank you for understanding.